Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you some tactical analysis over on the Bitcoin chart, as there is a pattern setting up that looks like Bitcoin is about to dump even further. So the question is, if it does, how low will it go? So with that being said, let's get right to the charts. And we will start over here on the daily candle chart for BTC USDT on the Binance exchange. And right now it looks like Bitcoin is about to repeat a reoccurring pattern. And that pattern is where we start to see Bitcoin sell off from around 48,000. It then moves sideways only to then dump again down to 26,700. It then moves sideways again, but eventually rolls over and sells all the way off down to that 17,600 level. Now we are once again moving sideways, and it appears Bitcoin is about to roll over once again and sell off even lower. And so the question is, will Bitcoin find support back here around that 17,600 level, or is Bitcoin about to dump even lower? And so with that being said, I want to make it crystal clear to all of you out there, I'm not here making predictions. I follow what the charts tell me. And right now, I see a stair-step pattern down for Bitcoin's price. And until that changes, I expect more of the same. And that is why we do technical analysis as traders. We don't make predictions. We look to the charts for probabilities. And right now, the probability obviously is Bitcoin is in a downtrend. And until we see a reversal of said downtrend, I expect nothing more than the same. So if we get more of the same, how low could we expect Bitcoin to go? Well, for starters, obviously 17,600 is a line in the sand that we would want to see the price for Bitcoin to hold. If that level fails to hold, then the next level I'd be looking at is going to be on my Fibonacci retracement levels. And so if I drop in the Fibonacci retracement levels from this low to this high, you can see the next level down is going to be the 1272 level, and that puts us at around 13,600. But before we hit that level, I would certainly look for a possible hold here around 16,000. After that, then we could be headed down to this 13,600. Now that's not the lowest I think Bitcoin could possibly go. According to the Fibonacci levels, we could certainly be looking back here at around the 1618 level, and that would put us around 8,500. That to me could be a possible bottom for this bear market, as that would be around the level Bitcoin took off from on the most current bull run. Now we do need to keep in mind there'll be some key levels of support in between 13,600 and 18,500. Certainly 10,000 would be a key level of support. But again, if the price of Bitcoin breaches 10,000, then you can expect the price to continue to crush down, and that is where we would see the next level of support, perhaps here at 8,500. Now, on the flip side, if the bulls decide to step up and set just a higher low, we can see if we draw in a trend line here, we have a lower low, then a higher low. And so now the question is, as Bitcoin is rolling over, does it just set a higher low, maybe come back into this trend line at around 19,900 and set a higher low, and then pump back up here towards the 23,000 level that we have seen as resistance back here? It is also the 618 level on this Fibonacci retracement. So 23,275 could be an area where Bitcoin comes back up into and maybe sets a higher high. And so the bulls do have a chance of reversing this price action or this step down trend. However, again, something that's very similar, if we draw in a trend line up here on the last step down, you can see lower low, lower high, and then the sell-off. So we have a very similar pattern developing down here. And for me, if I see a breach really of this trend line, more than likely I would get short after the price would break down below, call it 18.9. That to me would be an opportunity to definitely open up a short, because a breach of this support level right here also was support back in here. So if we actually drop in a horizontal line here, you can see support all through this level here. If Bitcoin's price comes down and breaches below that, I would expect Bitcoin's price to continue to sell off and continue this pattern we have seen over the last couple months. And keep in mind, these are daily candles, so it more than likely won't happen overnight, but it certainly could. And so you would most certainly want to stay vigilant. Be aware of these key price levels of 18.9. A close below 18.9 could certainly trigger a further sell-off for Bitcoin. Now, if we jump over here to the 4-hour candles for Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin did break out of this triangle pattern. However, Bitcoin's price is pulling back. It is actually finding support along this upper leg of the triangle. And so perhaps this is support before the Bitcoin price continues its next leg up and maybe sets a higher high in comparison to 22.5, and that higher high more than likely would find resistance around 23,000 to that 23.5 level we were talking about earlier. But on the flip side, if the price does breach back into the triangle, then the key would be, does the lower trend line of the triangle become support? Or if Bitcoin breaches down through that, then we're probably looking at that sell-off, because again, that 18.9 level of support is the same over here on the 4-hour chart as it is on the daily chart. So with that in mind, when I see lower time frame charts like the 4-hour chart playing out similar to the daily chart, that is an excellent form of confirmation of the actual price action. And so at this moment, I will be keeping an eye on the key levels we discussed in this video. So I think that's enough jaw jacking. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If anything major changes over here on the Bitcoin charts, I will do an update video. So now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button. If you have questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.